Hello my dear children, welcome to my channel Sudhir Sir Chemistry. But now as most of the children they are asking, sir, as our board exam is coming near, sir, we are having our IP exam and we are facing problem with some theoretical part, I mean to say for the LAQs, and these LAQs are very big, sir, how to buy it, but nothing is there to buy it. In this video, a few LAQs I am going to discuss and I will tell you what are the points you have to cover to score the out of marks. Means suppose this is one of the LAQ, it is a first year chemistry part, that is chemistry 1 I have written here, and this is a LAQ, stand for long answer question, 8 marks. Question is given what are the postulates of Bohr's model of hydrogen atom and discuss the importance of these model to explain the various series in the line spectrum in hydrogen atom. So for that one, for getting 8 marks, a simple way distribution of mark is in this way. But you have to write all the postulates. From 4 to 5 postulates are there that you have to mention. After writing the postulate, you have to draw. After writing the postulate, all the 4 to 5 postulates, you will get first 4 marks. But the next one, they are asking importance of this model to explain the various line spectra in hydrogen atom. So explanation of that hydrogen spectrum will get the remaining 3 marks. But while explanation of that hydrogen spectrum, you are writing in theoretical part. You have to show one small diagram, that line wala diagram coming from higher to lower orbit, and if you give line wala diagram and some explanation of this spectrum, you will get remaining 3 marks. And last 1 mark we are getting for finding the wavelength or wave number of the spectral line. I hope everybody remember that formula, somewhere called as nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda, that is equal to RH, that is Rydberg constant, into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Chalo beta, let's start this one. What are the important postulate and what is a simple way to remember the postulates of Bohr's? But according to postulates of Bohr's, just I will give one small explanation for you. This one is the atom. Here nucleus, here electron. But a point number 1. This electron is revolving around the nucleus in a fixed circular path. See beta, this is a point number 1. I am talking from here electron. But a electron is revolving around the nucleus in a fixed circular path. If you write this fixed circular path is the first point, if you remember, your point number 1 was covered. Let me tell you postulates of Bohr's. What is that? So point number 1. Point number 1 means electron revolve around the nucleus. See what that? Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path. Electron is revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path called as orbit. So what is the first point we are going to write, beta? So you have to remember the first point is the orbit. What is the orbit, sir? Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path, and this fixed circular path is called as an orbit. The first point was covered. But the second point you can write down. So this orbit, this is the first orbit. We can say, sir, this is a one more orbit. We can say one more. Like that, so many orbits are there. But each orbit is associated with a definite amount of energy. Point number 2. Each orbit is associated with, point number 2, beta. Each orbit is associated with, beta, instead of writing the definite, can we write the fixed amount of energy? Yeah, beta. Instead of writing the definite, we can use the term called as a fixed amount of energy. Both are same. So each orbit is associated with a fixed amount of energy. And do you know, beta, if the orbit is having some energy, that orbit is called as a what? That orbit will be called as a energy level or energy shells. So each orbit is associated with a fixed amount of energy. So these orbits are called as, yes. So these orbits are called as, these orbits are called as energy level. But a point number 1 is a orbit, point number 2 is a energy level. I hope 2 point did you understand beta? If possible, try to buy it with me only. What is that? First point, orbit. Second point, energy level. I repeat beta. First point, orbit. Second point, energy level. What is the first point? Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path. See beta? Fixed circular path called as orbit. Each orbit is associated with a fixed amount of energy. See beta? Each orbit is associated with a fixed amount of energy. So these orbits are called as a energy shells or energy level. I wrote here energy level. Right beta? Point number 3. Now question is that, sir, is any electron will revolve around the orbit beta? No, it is not like that beta. Those electrons can revolve around these orbits whose angular momentum is the integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. So point number 3, this is a point number 1 beta we wrote. Point number 2 we wrote. By seeing this one, I am writing the point number 3 called as a MVR. If whenever you saw beta MVR thing, it is the angular momentum of the electron. Right beta? So as long as we can say, third point we can say beta, is any electron will revolve in any orbit? No beta. That electron can revolve only on those orbits whose angular momentum is the integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. So this is the point number 3. By seeing this one, we can mention the point number 3. What is the point number 3 beta? Yes. Point number 3 says that MVR, I repeat beta, what is the MVR? Angular momentum of electron. What is the MVR? Angular momentum of the electron. So point number 3 is that angular momentum of electron is an integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. Is it clear beta? So what is the angular momentum of the electron? You can say beta, this angular momentum of the electron is nothing but the MVR. Beta, is means equal to, integral means n, multiple means dot, h upon 2 pi, h upon 2 pi. I hope everybody understood the point number 3 also. But if you want to extend it, we can extend here in such a way. What is that? M is the mass of electron. Yeah, we have to extend it. M is the mass of electron. But V is the velocity of electron. V is the velocity of the electron. Sir, what is the R? Can we say R is the radius of the orbit. R is the radius of an orbit. Sir, what is the H? Beta, H is called as a Planck's constant. What is the H is called as a? Sir, H is called as a Planck's constant. If it possible, you can write down the value of H. Otherwise, no need beta. They won't ask here, right? So H is the Planck's constant. Then N is the integral multiple. We already wrote here. Is it clear, beta? So what is this one? Point number 3 also over. Till now, what we did, beta? We did 3 points. What is the first point? Orbit. Second point, energy level. Third point, angular momentum. But how to express it? Orbit. Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path called as a orbit. Each orbit is associated with the definite amount of energy. Yes, sir. That is, these orbit is called as a energy levels or energy shells. Point number 3. Sir, is any electron can revolve in any orbit? No, sir. Electron whose, so directly no need to write all. Angular momentum of the electron is MVR. I repeat beta, what is a MVR? Angular momentum of electron. Angular momentum of electron is means equal to n means integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. What is m? Mass of the electron. V, velocity of the electron. R, radius of the orbit. See everything I wrote here. And h is called as a Planck's constant. But now point number 4, place is not there. I will take out this question and write the point number 4 here. Till here, if you possible want, take the screenshot. Now point number 4 beta. What is the point number 4? Now, as long as these electrons revolve around the nucleus, either it neither lose energy beta nor gains energy. That as it neither lose energy nor gains energy, that will be called as a what? Stationary orbit. So point number 1 over, point number 2 over, point number 3 over, Point number 4, I am going to write about what? I am going to write about stationary orbit. This is a point number 4, beta. So point number 4 I will mention here. What is that? As long as electron revolve around the nucleus. Is it clear now, beta? This is electron revolving around the nucleus. As long as electron revolve around the nucleus, it neither lose energy, nor gains energy. Neither lose energy nor gains energy. Hence, these orbits are called stationary orbit. This is the point number 4, beta. Right? One is called as a orbit, other will be called as a energy level, third is the angular momentum, fourth is called as a stationary orbit. Did you understand point number 4, beta? Stationary orbit. As long as this electron is revolving around the nucleus, it does not lose energy nor gains energy. That only I wrote. It neither lose energy nor gains energy. Hence, these orbits are called as a what? Stationary orbit. Is it clear, beta? We can mention some points here also. One second, I will show you, beta. Point number 2, what we wrote, beta? Each orbit is associated with a definite amount of energy, and these orbits are called as energy levels. Right, beta? We can mention here one more point. What is that? These orbits are, we can mention this point here. These orbits are numbered as, these orbits are numbered as n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, 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 or K, L, M, N shells. See, just point was added, beta. What you wrote, each orbit is associated with the fixed amount of energy. So these orbits are called as energy levels. Fixed amount is energy level. These orbits are numbered as n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, or it can be designated as K, L, M, N shells. Right? So these are the 4 points which one we wrote here. But one more point I want to add. But before that, just I will ask you, take out the screenshot of this picture, beta. This picture, because while writing this answer, just you make one picture of this one on the beside of that paper. By seeing that one, you can note down this all the 4 to 5 points. So is it possible to remember all the postulate, beta? What is the first postulate? That is orbit. Means electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path called as a orbit. Second point, beta, each orbit is associated with a definite or fixed amount of energy. So these orbits are called as a energy levels. These orbits are numbered as n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 or designated as K, L, M, N shells. Point number 3, beta, angular momentum of the electron is MVR. Wherever you saw the MVR, beta, it is a angular momentum of the electron. Angular momentum of the electron is N. N means integral. Multiple means dot h upon 2 pi. What is MVR? That you have to mention. And point number 4, beta, stationary orbit. What is that? Here, as long as electron revolve around the nucleus, as long as that electron is revolving around the nucleus, it neither lose energy nor gains energy. That orbit will be called as a, hence these orbits are called as a what? Stationary orbit. Is it clear, beta? Till here the 4 point over. The last point, which one I am going to discuss about difference in the energy. So I will take out the point number, this heading and this diagram I will take out, beta, because I want to write all the 4 to 5 postulates on at a time on the board where you are able to remember. Right. Here, point number 5, beta. What is the point number 5 says that energy is emitted or absorbed when the electron will jump from lower orbit to higher orbit or from one orbit to other orbit. Just it is a energy, point number 5, beta. Energy is absorbed or emitted. Energy is absorbed or emitted when E negative means electron jumps from one orbit to another orbit, either lower to higher or higher to lower, your wish, beta. when the energy is absorbed or emitted, है ना, energy is absorbed or emitted when electron jump from one orbit to another orbit. Is it clear, beta? When it is jumping from one orbit to another orbit, beta, this energy will either absorb or it will be emitted. And due to that, the difference in the energy, is it clear, beta? Difference in energy we call as what, you know, delta E. Difference in the energy between two orbit, difference in energy between two orbit is given as delta E is equal to E2 minus E1, which is equal to h nu. Is it clear, beta? Point number 5. When the electron is absorbed or emitted, when the, है ना, beta, suppose electron is in the lower orbit. By absorbing energy, electron goes from lower orbit to higher. At the higher orbit, always electrons are unstable. So by releasing energy, it will come back to the ground state. So better to write in simple word, electron. So energy either it will absorb or it will emitted when the electron is jump from one orbit to lower, one orbit to another, either lower to higher or higher to lower. So that only point I wrote as a general point. Energy is absorbed or emitted when electron jump from one orbit to another orbit, and the difference in the energy between two orbit, beta, is given as delta E equal to E2 minus E1, that is equal to h nu. If they will ask you what is the E2 or what is the E1, just you have to mention here, beta. You have to mention here. So what is the E2, beta? E2 is the energy, है ना, energy of electron at the higher orbit. E1 is the energy of the electron at the lower orbit. So we can say E2 is the energy of higher orbit, E1 is the energy of, beta, lower orbit, E1 is the energy of lower orbit. This is a point you have to mention here, because E2 minus E1, H is a Planck's constant, mu is the frequency, delta is the difference in the energy. But if you write up to here 5 postulate, you will get the 4 marks. Is it clear, beta? Did you understand? Once you see here, once you take the screenshot, I hope, beta, everybody they have completed these 5 postulates. If you write these 5 points, you are going to get the 4 marks. The remaining 4 marks will write. But please, while explanation of this thing on the board, beta, if possible, make a note on your notebook, or just keep on watching and make a short notes. Definitely it will help you to understand the thing. In all the book, beta, different way they have written the postulate. I am not saying that my postulate was correct and that postulate was wrong. No, everything is correct. But this is the simplest way to make the thing, or to make the answer in a simplest way or the easy way, and to give the students. That is the only part I am doing here. So did you understand, beta? Till now what we did, 5 postulate. Just if possible, once you revise with me. Point number 1. What is the point number 1, beta? Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path. Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path called as a orbit. Repeat with me. Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path, yes, called as a orbit. Then each orbit, once we got the orbit, second point what, beta? Each orbit is associated with the fixed amount of energy. I think I wrote here, each orbit has a fixed amount of energy. Both are same, beta. Each orbit has a fixed amount of energy. So these orbits are called as a energy shells or energy level. I wrote the energy level. These orbits are numbered as n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 or K, L, M, N shell. Very good, sir. K, L, M, N shell. Third point, beta, angular momentum. Angular momentum of the electron is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. That means mvr equal to nh upon 2 pi. What is the m, what is the v, what is the r? Everything we wrote here. Point number 4, beta, we are discussing about stationary orbit. Did you remember? As long as the electron revolve around the given orbit. So better we wrote in this way. As long as the electron revolve around the nucleus. As long as electron revolve around the nucleus, it neither lose energy nor gains energy. That orbit is called as a stationary orbit. I wrote here, beta, orbit called as a stationary orbit. And last point, beta, delta E equal to E2 minus E1 equal to h nu. What is that? Electron is jumping from lower to higher. So better to write energy is absorbed or emitted. Energy is absorbed or emitted when electron jump from one orbit to another. Point number 5. Electron, see, energy is absorbed or emitted when electron jump from one orbit to another orbit. So difference in the energy between two orbits can be given as delta E equal to E2 minus E1, that is equal to h nu. What is the E2? Energy of higher orbit. What is the E1? Energy of lower orbit. H is a Planck's constant, nu is called as a frequency. Is it clear, beta? Chalo. These are the 5 points of the postulate was over, beta. Now after the postulate I am going to explain you spectrum of hydrogen. So if you write these 5 points, you are going to get the 4 marks. And now we will go with another one, spectrum of hydrogen. So how to remember the spectrum of hydrogen and in what way we can score the remaining 3 plus 1 4 marks, that one I will tell you. But now the explanation of the hydrogen, or we can say spectrum of hydrogen. So I am going to write here as a hydrogen spectrum. But we are going to discuss here as a hydrogen spectrum. See, but hydrogen spectrum mein just I want to show you the diagram and explanation. But in the exam, no need to draw the diagram. See, but what is that? This is called as a tube and this is called as a discharge tube. Remember, brother, this tube is called as a what? Discharge tube. It is made up of a glass and it containing the hydrogen gas. See, this is the hydrogen gas, such a hydrogen bonded with the hydrogen called as a hydrogen gas. But it is having two electrodes. One of the electrode called as a positively charged, another electrode called as a negatively charged, and this will be called as a cathode and this will be called as a anode. But these cathode and anode are attached to the battery and this battery will have a high voltage of current. And by passing a current of high voltage through these discharge tube, hydrogen molecule is there converted into atom. Atom get ionized and it form electrons. And once it forms the electron, beta, some electron goes to higher orbit and some electron goes to lower orbit. So this is the explanation we have to give here. So what is that, beta? Passing a high voltage through the discharge tube, our molecule become atom, atom become ion. Check it here, beta. And negatively charged electron goes to the positively charged electron. Or we can say electron by absorbing higher energy it goes to higher orbit and some electron will absorb the lower energy goes to the lower orbit. All these things explanation we have to give in a point wise. Listen here how. I'll explain you. Don't draw the diagram in the exam. They are not going to give any marks for this diagram. But explanation of this diagram will help us to get the three marks. Hydrogen spectrum, beta. See here the point number 1 I am going to tell you. Beta, you have to say when high voltage of electric current is passed through the discharge tube, right? But a high voltage of electric current passed through the discharge tube. Hydrogen gas, what we can say, discharge tube containing hydrogen gas, the electrons in the hydrogen atom will absorb energy. So point number 1, when high voltage of electric current, is passed through discharge tube containing H2 gas, then electrons in an atom absorbs energy. But if you feel this point also very difficult, just you can ask me. I'll tell you the orally point. What is the point we have to write here? When high voltage of electric current pass through the discharge tube containing hydrogen gas, same thing I wrote here, hydrogen gas, then electron in the hydrogen atom or electron in the atom will absorb energy. If you will feel these points, it is very difficult to remember. So simplest we have to write here. By passing a high voltage of electric current through the discharge tube, electron absorb the energy. Means we left all the middle point. But I hope this point also very simple, we can remember better. What is that? When high voltage of electric current pass through the discharge tube containing hydrogen gas, then electron in the atom will absorb the energy. Is it clear? So point number 1, this is most important. Electron in the atom absorb energy. Electron in an atom absorb energy. How? By passing high voltage of electric current. This is the point number 1. Right, beta? and by absorbing energy, what happened? This electron, then this electron, either it will jump from lower to higher or higher to lower. Actually, initially they jump from lower to higher. So electron in an atom absorb energy, but these electron jump from or jumps from what you can say lower orbit to higher orbit. So point number 2 you have to mention here. These electrons jumps from lower energy orbit, to higher energy orbit. Point number 3 beta. At higher energy orbit, these electrons are unstable. Did you understand that? See, these are the orbits. Electron is here in the which orbit beta? Lower energy orbit. These are the higher. When this electron in that atom absorb energy, electron will jump from lower to higher. This is higher. This is also higher. This anywhere. Now point number 3 beta, at higher energy these electrons are unstable. At this higher orbit this electron is unstable. For getting stability again this electron come back to the ground state. How? By releasing energy. So point number 3 what we wrote beta? At higher energy orbit these electrons are unstable. Is it clear beta? These electrons are unstable. So to get the stability again they will come back to the lower energy. How? By releasing energy. Is it clear beta? So point number 4, at higher energy orbit these electrons are unstable, so they means electron beta, they lose energy and comes back to lower energy orbit. Hana beta? By absorbing energy, electrons jump from lower orbit to higher orbit. At the higher orbit, electrons are unstable. So they lose energy and come back to lower energy orbit for getting stability. So better to write them better. So to get stability, these electrons lose energy. So to get stability, these electrons lose energy and come back to lower energy orbit. Is it clear beta? Now jumping from lower to higher called as excitation, and coming back from higher to lower are called as a de-excitation, right? And this is coming back. So to get stability these electrons lose energy and come back to lower energy orbit in multiple steps. This word is very important beta here. Lower energy orbit in multiple steps. Did you understand 3 point? What is the 3 point we wrote beta? Point number 1. When high voltage of electric current passes through the discharge tube containing which gas? Hydrogen gas, because we are talking hydrogen spectrum. So when high voltage of electric current passes through discharge tube containing hydrogen gas, then electron in an atom absorb energy, right? Electron in the atom absorb energy. Point number 2 beta. These electrons jump from lower energy orbit to higher energy orbit. Point number 3, at higher energy orbit, these electrons are unstable. So to get stability, are you able to see beta this word? So to get stability, these electrons lose energy and come back to lower energy orbit in multiple steps. Now these multiple steps means what? That one I'll explain beta. It will come back to the lower energy orbit in a multiple step, and that multiple step we have to write here or we have to show here, right beta? It will come back to the lower energy orbit in a multiple step, and energy is released during this process and it appears in the form of a spectral line. So it will come back to the lower energy orbit in multiple steps. So point number 4 I will write beta here. Energy, and now it is coming back from higher to lower now beta. So it will releases energy. So energy is released in this process. Which process beta? When the electron is coming back from higher energy level to lower. See, to get stability, this electron lose energy, come back to the lower energy orbit in multiple steps. So energy is released in this process. But the energy which is released in this process, right? Energy which is released in this process, it appears in the form of spectral line. Released in this process, which appears in the form of spectral lines in hydrogen spectrum. Did you understand the 4 point? When high voltage of electric current passes through the discharge tube containing hydrogen gas, then electron in an atom absorb energy. This electron jump from lower orbit to higher energy orbit, means lower energy orbit to higher energy orbit. At the higher energy orbit, electrons are unstable. So to gain the stability, this electron will lose energy and come back to the lower energy orbit in multiple steps. During this process, beta, energy is released in this process. And energy is released in this process, which appear in the form of a spectral line in the hydrogen spectrum. We can see beta, energy is released. Energy is released in this process, or energy is released during this process, and it appears in the form of spectral line. Right? Energy is released during this process, which appears in the form of spectral lines in hydrogen spectrum. Now, while writing this 3 to 4 point, we have to make a diagram here. What is the CN? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. See beta here, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5, n equal to 6, n equal to 7. Now, see beta, 7 to 1 arrow, 6 to 1, 5 to 1, see beta diagram, 4 to 1, don't make any mistake here, 3 to 1 and 2 to 1, means we are coming from all to 1. Next beta, 7 to 2, 6 to 2, 5 to 2, 4 to 2, 3 to 2. See, 1 over, 2 over, now come for 3, all, 7 to 3, 6 to 3, 5 to 3, 4 to 3. Then beta 4, 7 to 4, 6 to 4, 5 to 4. Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket and fun. 7 to 5, 6 to 5. Beta this group of line called as a Lyman series. This is called as a Balmer series. This is called as a Paschen, CHEN series. This is called as a bracket, KETT, and this is called as a P will be silent, FUND, fund series. Is it clear beta? If possible, write down this region also. Lyman comes under ultraviolet region, Balmer comes under beta visible region, Paschen comes under near IR region, bracket comes under middle IR region. It is a middle infrared. Fund comes under beta far IR region. Far IR means far infrared region. So these are the diagram. See beta, for writing this 4 point and diagram, the remaining will get the 3 marks. Actually 4 marks they have to give, but I wrote as a 3 marks. Why? One more point is that to calculate the wave number or spectral line of each spectral line, we are having the formula nu bar equal to 1 by lambda equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So this is the part where we are able to get the 8 marks. First beta postulate how many? 5 points, where we are getting 4 marks. Then beta this explanation of hydrogen spectrum. How? Same, all the 4 points with the diagram. You will get remaining 3 marks. 4 plus 3 7. And last 1 point you have to write beta. To calculate the wave number and wavelength of any spectral line, we are having the formula nu bar equal to 1 by lambda equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Right? Please take a screenshot of this one also. right? Now, beta, we wrote up to here. See, the diagram is here, explanation is here. Diagram is here, explanation is here. But we have to explain this diagram also. Then only we'll get the 3 marks, right? Only drawing the diagram never give the 3 marks, beta. So these are all the spectrum of hydrogen diagram, and this is the explanation part which one I am going to explain you now. We have to explain this diagram where we will get the 4 marks. Now what is that? See here. Explanation beta. Right. So to calculate, or we can say, energy will be released in the form of, we wrote na beta, electron will come back to the lower state by releasing energy. Na? So energy is released during this process in the form of, which is released in the form of a, or energy is released during this process which appears in the form of a spectral line in the hydrogen spectrum. That point we wrote. Now continuity part beta, what is that? When electron jump from any higher orbit to, this is the point, 5th point beta. When electron come back from higher orbit, है ना? Electron jump from any higher orbit. When electron jumps from any higher orbit, beta, electron jump from any higher orbit to, है ना? 7 to 1, 11, 6 to 1, 11. Means when all these electrons come to 1, 11, comes to 2, Balmer, comes to 3, beta, Paschen, comes to 4, bracket, comes to 5, fine. That only. When electron jump from any higher orbit to, let us say, I'll write the subheading as a 1. Beta, it is coming back from any higher orbit to n equal to 1. Beta, n equal to 2. Sir, n equal to 3. Sir, n equal to 4. Point number 5. N equal to 5. How beta? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as electron jump from any higher orbit to n equal to 1, what to say beta? It produces spectral line in which region? UV region. And they produces, so n equal to 1, which produces, beta, which produces spectral lines in which region? Visible region. Which region beta? Visible region. Sir, when it comes back n equal to 2, electron jump from any higher orbit to n equal to 2, produces spectral line. Sir, it also produces spectral lines in which region after the UV beta? Sorry. It is in UV region beta, then it will is in the visible region. N equal to 1, UV region. N equal to 2, visible region. N equal to 3, sir, it produces spectral line in which region beta? Near IR region. Near IR region. N equal to 4, sir, it produces spectral lines in middle IR region. Beta, middle IR region. And n equal to 5, when electron jump from any higher orbit to n equal to 5, sir, they produces spectral lines. They produce spectral lines in far IR, matlab far infrared region. Is it clear? But when these electrons is come back from any higher orbit to, means higher orbit to n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, even n equal to 5, they produce a spectral line in UV region, visible, near IR, middle IR and far IR. All these things it is given diagram also, but you have to explain the diagram for getting the marks. Shall I take out diagram? Right, sir. Now see here. As they produce a spectral line in which region, sir? It produces spectral line in visible UV region called Lyman series. It is called Balmer series. Sir, called Paschen series. And this is called bracket series, and this is what are called, P will be silent, fund series, right? And point number 6 also, if you want to write down, but not if you want, write only to get the 8 marks, no need to leave. What is that? From the Rydberg equation we are able to calculate. So we are able to calculate wave number or wavelength of spectral line. Nu bar is called as a wave number. This is called as a wavelength of spectral line from formula right now. Nu bar is equal to 1 by wavelength equal to RH Rydberg constant into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square, where RH is the Rydberg constant. Beta RH is called as what? RH is also called as a Rydberg constant, right? If you will write this one, beta, pakka you will get the 8 marks. There is a no way to deduct your at least single marks also. So it is the simplest way of explanation of Bose postulate and hydrogen spectrum I have given for you. What I will do, beta, just I want to make a one recall for you where how to get the 8 marks. Whatever we wrote here, that I want to make you recall, right? So 8 marks ke liye what you did, beta? First of all, you wrote about the postulates of Bose. How many points we wrote, beta, postulates of Bose? The first we wrote here as the postulates of Bose. Sir, in these postulates of Bose, how many points we wrote? We wrote the 5 point. What is the 5 point? Electron revolve around the nucleus in a fixed circular path called as a orbit. Second point, beta, each orbit is associated with a definite or fixed amount of energy called as a energy levels. These energy levels or these orbit will be numbered as n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 or designated as KL ementials. Point number 3, beta, angular momentum of the electron is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. What is m, v, r, h we wrote? Beta, point number 4. What is the point number 4 we wrote? I think point number 3 is the angular momentum, right? And point number 4 we wrote somewhere called as a stationary orbit. Yeah. As long as the electron revolve in a fixed, as long as electron will revolve around the nucleus, it neither lose energy nor gains energy. That orbit will be called as a stationary orbit. And what is the last point we wrote, beta? Energy is emitted or absorbed when the electron jump from one orbit to another orbit. Difference in the energy between the two orbits given as a delta E equal to E2 minus E1, that is equal to h nu. What is the E2? What is the E1? We wrote. So 5.4 marks. Second, beta, after that we wrote for the spectrum of hydrogen. Beta, spectrum of hydrogen mein how many points we wrote? 5 points. What is that? When the high voltage of electric, when the electron get passed through, or when the high voltage of current get passed through the discharge tube, then discharge tube containing hydrogen gas, that means the electron in an atom absorb energy. Point number 1. Then, beta, point number 2, this electron will jump from lower orbit to higher orbit. You remember? So by absorbing energy, point number 2 mein electron will jump from lower orbit, one orbit to another orbit, from lower energy orbit to higher energy orbit. Then point number 3, beta, electron at the higher energy orbit are unstable. So to get stability, electron come back to the lower energy orbit. How? By releasing energy in the form of ray of light. That only we wrote, na, beta. Point number 3. That means it at the higher orbit electrons are unstable. Electrons are unstable. To get the stability, it will come back to the lower energy orbit. How? By releasing energy in the form of a spectral or in the form of a ray of light. Point number 4 we wrote. What is that? Point number 3. Yeah. Point number 4 we wrote, beta. This electron while coming back, it releases energy in the form of ray of light. Right, beta? As it releases energy in the form of ray of light, what? Ray of light means we are getting the spectral line in the hydrogen spectrum. Then point number 5. What is that? As the electron is coming back from, what is that, beta? Means as the electron coming back from higher orbit to n equal to 1 Lyman, n equal to 2 Balmer, n equal to 3 Paschen, n equal to 4 bracket, n equal to 5 Fund. Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, Fund. UV region visible near IR, middle IR and far IR. And last point, beta, to calculate the spectral lines or to calculate the wave number or the wavelength of the spectral line, we are having the formula nu bar equal to 1 by lambda equal to RH into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. And that diagram you have to draw. Right, beta? This is a way that the 8 marks are distributed, where we are able to score 8 out of 8, right? But if you understand this one, if you understand this, the particular one of the LAQ, and if you feel, sir, whether it is easy or it is still difficult, please beta, you can write in the comment box and let me know. According to that, I will make my another question for LAQs and SAQ. Thank you beta, thank you very much. If you like my video, please share it, and if really you like my work, please try to subscribe it. Thank you beta, thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.